What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
Thank you very much for joining us. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie, and this is our regular Tuesday episode, Tabletop Takeout. We do an episode of something every day of the week, so come on by and you'll find something here about board games or Dungeons & Dragons. Now, this particular series, Tabletop Takeout, this isn't a full review, this is just bullet points. That's why myself, my wife, maybe the Two Gun Pixie partner Tom Vulo, or one of the 20-sided warriors have enjoyed about a title that's hit the table. Now, today I want to talk about a little game that is minty fresh, and that's Mint Delivery. This tiny mint box-sized game does have some fairly easy rules that once you read them and you know them, they do feel quite organic and natural. Now, the easy rules, however, don't get me wrong on this. They may be easy to learn, but the strategies for the game, the tactics you're going to need trying to figure out how to put everything together so that you're going to win, that's not easy at all, my friends. That is where the true challenge in this game begins. I have enjoyed the light worker placement style game that this brings. It's fun to play through, and this game doesn't do it so overboardly. It's not the entirety hardcore of the game. This and nothing else. It's placed in well. It works out. It's a nice touch. I'm glad it's there, but I'm also glad it's not the only focusing mechanic in the game. Now, I find the game, I think everybody actually does, but I can only speak for myself here and what I've been told by my friends, and that this game does have a good, fun, quick playthrough. Between the timing that it's going to take to learn the game, which is mere minutes, setting up the game, which is, again, just a couple of minutes long, and playing the game, you're going to be done. You're going to be done in time enough to play at least a second game before the half hour is out. That is a good, fast, quick filler game, and this is also addictive. It's not a one-off filler game. I've never found it to be. Nobody I know has ever found this to be a kind of little 10, 15-minute game, put it away, do something else. No, this is the kind of game that screams for you to keep playing every time it ends. Now, not only is this game, I found this game to be really fun and enjoyable with groups. Like all of the Mint games, Mint Delivery also has a very fun, replayable version of a solo mode that's going to, again, get you wanting to play this more and more. Now, there are some subtle changes to the rules between solo mode and a cooperative mode, or competitive mode. There are some differences to it, not enough to warrant it being considered a second game at all. In fact, it's close enough that if you get this game and you run a few solo deliveries first before you introduce it to the table and your gaming group or your family, you are going to have a slight advantage over them because you're going to be a bit familiar with existing strategy already. That's always, I think, one of the top-notch reasons. Besides just simply a good opportunity and way to learn a game, that is the next best reason to solo a game. Give you a little bit of an edge before everyone gets to the table. Now, as far as just generally speaking goes, I do find this game, I consider, and I don't think I'm alone in this, this is a really fun gateway game. Now, if you're watching the video and you don't know what that term means, a gateway game simply means a board game, card game, dice game, that is going to be a gateway for non-gamers to learn the enjoyment of board gaming. An entrance, a gateway to the hobby. And I think this is a great gateway game, at least for filler games. You know, a lot of people think that playing a board game is something that's going to require an hour or two to play. Yeah, and I've played some great board games that have got an hour or two, or 4, 6. But there are these great games out there that do take less than a half hour to play. And Non-gamers don't always think about that when they think of board games. So I think this, along with every Mint game that I've played so far, are really great gateway games for your non-gaming buddies. Now, although nothing in the line is compatible, it's not designed that way. It is part of the same gaming line of Mint games set in the same Mint universe. So there's this level of familiarity. If you played one of them, you're going to be familiar to a degree or more with any of the other Mint games. And this definitely comes through with Mint Delivery. This game is going to make you feel like you're old friends with it. If you've played another Mint game, it's going to make you feel like you're an old friend with it. And that's always nice. Coming into a new game that is that familiar to you, that is going to feel like you've played it before without ever having actually played it before. There's a fun level of humor in this game. They take themselves lightheartedly throughout this and the rest of the Mint universe, with the names and places all referencing, in general, minty things, as well as a few that are a little bit more specific to the general games that they're in. And that's a nice lighthearted touch. And considering the games are so short and quick, it's nice. It's like sprinkles on an ice cream. I think this game is going to be fun for your family, and as a filler game, yeah, it's going to be fun for any gamer. Even more, there's more seasoned ones. This is the kind of game that you're going to get down to the table and either maybe play a night of Mint games, or this is going to be a nice little introduction to whatever your main game for the game night, game day is going to be. Have you played any of the Mint games? Are you minty fresh yourself? What do you think of Mint Delivery? If you played it, put it down in the comments. Let me and everyone else know. And if you haven't played it yet, go out, play it, and then come back here and let us know what you think of Mint Delivery.